Hey guys, I hope you all had a really good Easter break. I really enjoyed this article and the little snippets of audio because mental health is something that I'm really passionate about. Personally, I've really struggled with it in my life, and so it's something that I try to be vulnerable with and reach out to girls and other women who are struggling with the same thing. For example, in the article it discussed just how the little boy was teased about being overweight and stuff, and how it really could affect him in the long run, and how it could spark some behavior issues or some insecurities, or it just mental health as a whole. And that's exactly what happened to me when I was younger. I have two older brothers, and they would always tease me and call me fat, and so all of my life I've really struggled with my weight and how I view myself and my worth. And yeah, so I definitely, this whole section is so important to me also because I love working with kids, like kids with special needs. That's my passion. That's what I was put on this earth for, is to work with them and to love them and to show them how much they're appreciated and needed in society. And so this really spoke to me. Something that was really surprising to me was the part, I'll show you. So it says that, however, there is a tremendous amount of unmet need, and health disparities are particularly pronounced for children and youth living in low-income communities, ethnic minority youth, or those with special needs. That really shocked me because just for how much treatment is available, it just really shocked me that the biggest demographic for help isn't being reached for what kind of services are available for exactly these issues. And just the whole special needs part just really spoke to me because it just breaks my heart. I just hate thinking that there's a bunch of kids out there that just, it's not their fault that their brains aren't wired correctly or typically as ours are, but instead they're just criticized and ridiculed. It just really, really breaks my heart. See the next question. Do you feel that schools have a responsibility to assess mental health of their students? Absolutely, especially with what's going on right now and the whole popularity and just crisis and state of emergency the US is in with all these school shootings. I mean, we could go on and on about gun laws and all this stuff, but I really just wholeheartedly believe that this is a mental health issue and that these just need to be addressed, of what's really going inside these kids' heads and what's making them act this way and why, and how it can be fixed, how it can be addressed appropriately so something like this doesn't happen. And I think school is so vital for that, just that next step of making sure that their kids are healthy mentally, because that's going to affect everything. That just mental health affects behavior and just yeah, it can. If schools really paid attention to mental health, I think that it could hinder a lot of, it could just really stop a lot of bad things from happening that are occurring now, that I feel like people are just kind of shrugging off mental health as if it's something that's just going to go away, or, oh, it's just a phase. But like, this is real emotion, this is real things that they're dealing with. So I think it's really important that if they assess it accurately, that it could really affect just the students, the faculty, just everyone. I definitely think it needs to be more prioritized. What else can be done to address mental health issues in school-age children? I think just talking about it and normalizing conversation about how they feel and why they feel. As a behavioral therapist with a lot of kids, they do verbal stimulation, so they repeat things. And we've noticed that the things aren't just being said to be said, they're being said because they're triggered by a certain antecedent. So whatever is causing that, they're reacting in such a way and stemming. So we always say, hey, like, what are you thinking about? Like, tell me about it, talk to me about it. And we've noticed that those who are higher functioning will tell you what's going on in their head. And I think that in just any type of school, if you normalize emotional conversation and really realizing the ABC, the antecedent of the behavior and the consequence as to why, and just really normalizing that conversation, I think that a lot of mental health healing can be done, and addressing can be done. And I think it's so important in schools, in any place, any communal place where, like even workplaces, I think that's so important. Not only does it build leadership and teamwork, but it also addresses mental health because it's a high stress environment. Like, mental health is so important. But I think that, like, in an advocacy class or homeroom or something, that it can be like a real thing, or that the kids have a mandatory therapeutic session, or just normalizing the recognition that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel difficult sometimes. Everyone feels difficult. You just have to deal with it appropriately, and that's what matters. But yeah, that's my heart, and that's what I think about it. I just am really passionate about mental health, as you can tell, and kids with special needs, and just any kid with any behavioral issue. And just, so I am really excited to hear about what you guys say and your responses, and just kind of hear your guys' hearts in this situation, as well as this time period where mental health is being shown throughout, like, school shootings and stabbings and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching.